It wouldn't be wrong to call Andrew Tate the modern-day Icarus. He flew strong and high until his wings were charred by the sun. Meta just axed Andrew Tate's accounts from Facebook and Instagram for violating their policies, which was soon followed by a ban from TikTok. The ban is the talk of the town. Everyone is weighing in their opinions on it, and in this video, we're taking a look at what Patrick Bet-David has to say on the matter. First off, we're surprised that Tate didn't get kicked off sooner. The 35-year-old British-American ex-kickboxer had millions of followers across a vast social media empire, earning him the moniker the King of Toxic Masculinity. According to The Observer, videos of him have received over 12 billion views on TikTok alone, with more than a billion of those coming in just 1 week this month. Although the influencer has previously called himself definitely a sexist, Big Tech's tolerance of him crumbled even more quickly than his astounding rise to mainstream fame. And the motion towards banning Tate didn't happen overnight either. It came in after multiple groups called for his deplatforming due to his content. Tate's violently misogynist, racist, and sexist views were criticized by the British advocacy group Hope Not Hate in a petition asking for his removal from social media networks. The group's assessment of Tate was based on his enormous online popularity that was backing his unsettling opinions and past comments. For instance, when talking about how he would deal with a cheating partner, Tate said, "It's bang out the machete, boomer in the face, and gripper by the neck. Shut up." His social media prohibitions and the demise of his MLM scheme, Hustlers University, go hand in hand. By enrolling new members, Tate's followers might profit from the marketing affiliate scheme. Before it was shut down, the scheme, which cost more than $40 a month, has amassed over 109,000 participants. It's safe to say that Tate's online presence was mostly meant to market HU towards young men looking for quick ways to get rich. Now, what insight does Patrick Bet-David offer us in these trying times? If you're looking for the short answer, it's nothing of value, really. At Valuetainment, he sat down with Graham Stephan to talk about the fall of Andrew Tate. Only to him, Tate is like a phoenix that is about to be rebirthed from his ashes. This is because Tate, according to David, is a multi-dimensional content creator. Don't you love it when an Andrew Tate apologist just makes up random terms to justify his messiah's glory? And we say he because most of Tate's fanbase is made up of odd misogynistic men. According to Bet-David, Tate is very attractive, he is entertaining, he is a very good storyteller, he makes very good points, he's multi-dimensional, he doesn't just talk about dating, he talks about politics, religion, finance, and when you're that multi-dimensional, you can be in any room and still be interesting. Not to burst your bubble, David, but being able to talk about topics within an isolated niche. Furthermore, talking about those topics while using talking points as old as the skeletons in Tate's closet is not something very remarkable. All of Tate's angles are very similar to most of the right-leaning conservative moguls online. Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, Dave Rubin. Pull up any one of these dudes and you'll see the similarities. Tate is like a British version of Ben Shapiro, only worse. There is nothing new about what he's saying. It's just that he's bald and says it in a funny accent. Also, Bet-David touched a bit on Tate's upbringing too. He didn't say much though, and what could he say that Tate hasn't said himself already? As much as he has a man crush on Tate, he would never acknowledge that Tate's childhood was traumatic, because trauma and emotions make a man weak, and Tate isn't weak at all. He's big and strong and very attractive. Emory Andrew Tate Sr., Tate's father, was a well-known lawyer in Chicago, where Tate was born. His English wife bore him 3 children, and once their marriage fell apart, she took the children back to the UK. If this sounds normal to you so far, just wait. Tate Sr. was an absent father. He was abusive towards his wife. Andrew himself has talked about how he would barely ever visit him, but he still romanticizes his father's actions for some reason. That even if he visited him once a month, the time they would spend together that one day would be invaluable and rich with meaningful life lessons. One such lesson came when Andrew's mother complained to Emory about her son's hair getting too long. Emory, like any normal father, completely flipped, yelled at Andrew's mom, then took him to a barbershop to get his head shaved, because apparently hair distracts you from the grind. Real men should be bald and not care about their appearance. Andrew shaves his head to this day because of this reason. Clearly, he learned a very important lesson and is not trying to cope with childhood trauma in any shape or form. And finally, no no good red-pilled psychos video can be good without a monologue on cancel culture. Apparently, Patrick Bet-David has firm thoughts on cancel culture. Who would have known? If you want to live a peaceful life, don't model it after Logan Paul or Trump, because if you can't handle hate, it's not for you, said David. This is pretty common rhetoric. People that are sexist, racist, or homophobic are just in your face. They're just straightforward. They say it as it is. People for some reason, believe with all their heart, mind, body, soul, but not their brain, of course. They lack in that department. Free speech means that you get to say the most hateful things about marginalized people and that you should be allowed to get away with it. Cancel culture, according to Bet-David, means envy, fear, and jealousy. That if someone's saying something that is offending you, then the only way for you to beat them is to silence them. And the funniest part of this exchange is that he compares Muhammad Ali to all of these people. People love to act like they're being oppressed when they have to face the consequences saying violently misogynistic things. This wouldn't be the first time Tate has been silenced. Remember when he moved to Romania because he was canceled by the police? In a now deleted video posted to his YouTube channel, Tate stated that the move was necessary because it was easier to be absolved of rape charges in Eastern Europe. We hate how much cancel culture can affect the lives of honest and hardworking men like Andrew Tate. Now, moving on to other news. First, Cardi B clapped back against Shields, and we're all here for it. Jake Shields, an MMA fighter, expressed his feelings on Tate's social media ban on Twitter and felt the dire need to include Cardi in his rant. He tried to point out some kind of hypocrisy, where people are fine with young girls admiring Cardi B and the Kardashians, but young men can't look up to Andrew Tate because Tate just wants boys to stop being lazy, work hard, and become financially successful. On the contrary, Cardi is a menace to social order. She tells girls to do drugs and live like how scary. Cardi was quick to shut him down though. She responded by saying that she's married, doesn't smoke weed, doesn't pop pills, doesn't do coke, that she is a mom of 2 kids and does a lot of charity work. And Shields still had the audacity to rope her into this to defend a man that thinks rape and misogyny is cool. Up next, Jake Paul wants in on the action. Andrew Tate fits the qualifications, according to Jake Paul, to be his next opponent in the ring. The YouTuber and Tate, whose popularity has recently surged, are allegedly planning to fight. The Top G, according to Paul, allegedly wrote him a message on Instagram very recently, which he promptly erased before his potential rival could see it. Although no match has been announced officially, Tate stated that negotiations were in progress. Tate's experience in combat makes him an excellent challenge for Paul, who wants to improve his record to 6-0, according to former UFC star Chael Sonnen. Jake's older brother Logan Paul had previously asked for Jake's approval to kick the crap out of Tate in the future. Jake gave him the go-ahead, but he later acknowledged that a fight would not be possible because Tate might have lost some of his notoriety by the time a match could be planned. Also, Jake genuinely dislikes Tate. We had never imagined that we would give any form of credit to one of the Paul brothers, seeing that they aren't the best people themselves, but we have to hand it to Jake for calling out Tate. Jake took shots at Tate's "What color is your Bugatti?" catchphrase when he made his appearance on his older brother's Impulsive podcast, mocking how he defines self-worth. Jake also criticized Tate's attitude towards women, and then went on to criticize his fans too, saying they're imbeciles that have never even felt the warmth of another person's touch. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Tate's ban was the right move? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.